It's funny. We use thousands of words every day without a second thought. But some of them, the really common ones, they're actually hiding some pretty incredible secrets. They're way more powerful and complex than they look. So today, we're going to put one of those words right under the microscope. So let me ask you this. What actually makes a word, well, essential? I mean, if you were building a language from the ground up, what would make the final cut? Would it be simplicity, how useful it is, maybe how flexible it is? It's a really cool question, and believe it or not, the answer brings us right to the word we're talking about today. Okay, so here it is. The word we're talking about is coat. Yeah, coat. And what's so wild is that this seemingly simple word is actually on a very special list, the Basic English 850. That's a list of just 850 words that are considered totally fundamental for getting by in English. So, why? What in the world makes coat so special? Let's dive in and figure it out. All right, first things first. Let's start with the coat that you and I both know, the one that immediately pops into your head when I say the word. Yep, there it is, the classic definition of coat as a noun. An outer piece of clothing for your body and arms. It's a thing, an object you wear to keep warm. Pretty straightforward, right? But oh, this is just where the story begins. And of course, we've all said or heard this a million times. It's cold today, so you need to wear a coat. It's just a normal, everyday sentence. But this is just the first layer. Literally, the story of this word is about to get a whole lot deeper. Okay, but here's where the real magic of the word coat starts to show up. It's not just about clothes. It's all about the idea of a covering. So this is where that core idea really starts to stretch. See, we're still talking about a noun, a thing, but it's not something you wear anymore. Now it's a layer of something else, like paint. The basic concept, an outer layer, is exactly the same, but the whole context just shifted. Makes sense, right? A coat of paint does pretty much the same job as your winter coat. It's an external layer that covers and protects whatever's underneath. This is where you start to see just how flexible this little word really is. And it doesn't stop there. The idea goes even further, right into the natural world. Think about an animal's fur or its feathers. Guess what we call that? Yep, that's a coat too. This example just makes it so obvious. A bear's thick coat for the winter, a person's winter coat. They serve the exact same purpose. It's all about that thick, protective layer. Okay, but believe it or not, coat has one more massive trick up its sleeve. So up until now, we've been looking at coat as a noun, right? As a thing. But this is the ultimate transformation. This is where its true power comes out, when it stops being a thing and becomes an action. And this is the big leap. The word literally jumps from being an object, a coat, to doing something, to coat. It's this kind of flexibility that makes a word a real powerhouse in a language. So here's the verb form. When you coat something, you're actively putting on that outer layer we've been talking about this whole time. The word isn't the layer anymore, it's the process of making the layer. So in a sentence like this, the paint isn't just a coat, it is actively coating the wall. Suddenly the word is dynamic, it's doing something, and it's so incredibly efficient. Just one word is doing the job of what could take a whole phrase to say. Okay, so let's pull all this together. We've seen coat as clothing, as paint, as fur, and as an action. So what's the big deal? Why does all this land it on that exclusive list of 850 basic words? I mean, when you actually see it all laid out like this, it's kind of mind-blowing. Just look at how much work this one little four-letter word does. It goes from your jacket to a layer of paint to a bear's fur, and then it becomes the action of doing all of that. The range is just incredible. And that's the key right there. That's why code is a so-called basic word. It is just so efficient. It takes all these different but related ideas and packs them into one simple, easy-to-use package. It's more than just a word. It's a whole concept, the idea of an outer, protective layer. And it can be a thing or an action. That's why it's considered foundational. So this all leaves us with a pretty cool final thought, doesn't it? The word coat proves that sometimes the most complex ideas are hiding inside the simplest words. And it really makes you wonder, what other everyday words are out there just hiding in plain sight with all these amazing layers we never think about? Maybe the next time you use a really simple word, you'll stop for a second and think, what's really going on here? You might be shocked at what you discover.